We'll chant Om 3 times, followed with the invocation shlokas. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. As we are studying Kathopanishad, we'll chant the prayer to both Nachketa and Lord Yama as given by Shankaracharya ji. So one of you please repeat after me. Om. One of you can unmute yourself and repeat after me. Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vaivasvataya
Vaivasvataya
Bhrutyave
Uchave
Brahma Vidyacharyaya
Brahma Vidyacharyaya
Nachiketase
Nachiketase
Cha.
Cha.
So, welcome back. We are in Kathopanishad, Dvitiya Valli of Prathama Adhyaya. So, in Prathama Adhyaya, Prathama Valli, that is in the first Adhyaya, first Valli, what was the thought process? We have seen Nachiketa being a young boy, unable to see injustice that is being done by his father. He asked his father, with the intent to ensure that his father doesn't go to any unwanted Narakalokas, he asked his father who is giving away himself, that is his son, that's Nachiketa. And of course, father, in anger, fit of anger, he said, I'm giving you to Yama. Nachiketa, true to his word, he left his body and came to Yamapuri. And the rest of the chapter is primarily about showing the fitness, the spiritual fitness of Nachiketa that was done in first Valli. Then, because the Yama has offered 3 boons, first 2 boons were no issues. It is the third boon where Nachiketa asked for Atma Vidya. Yama wanted to test Nachiketa, so he tried to tempt him with different things, but Nachiketa stood firm. So when Nachiketa stood firm, finally Yama, happy that he found a good student, he started teaching. Now, the second Valli that we are in, any Brahma Vidya text, it prepares the student and the student to go from at a lower level to a higher level. So the topic that is taken here by Lord Yama is about Shreyas and Preyas. And it starts saying that Anyatra Shreya Anyat Utaiva Preyas Te Ubhe Nanarthya Purushagam Senitaha Tayo Shri Adadanasya Sadhu Bhavati Hiyate Arthat Yam U Preyo Vrunite. So that's how the second valley starts. Saying that there are two things called Shreyas and Preyas. Both of them come together to us at every moment. Because at every moment, we are at a fork. We are doing a particular decision making. That could be simple decision making or it could be a complex decision making. But all the time, we are deciding on something. Even if you're sitting, doing nothing, there are thoughts that are coming in our mind and we are deciding whether a thought is a right thought or not a right thought and whether we should act upon it or not to act upon it. We are constantly judging people in front of us, whether in terms of whether they are good people, bad people, etc. So in this way, our mind is constantly active and at every active moment, we have a choice to make. So the Shreyas and Preyas, both of them are coming together to us. Okay? They're approaching us together. Now, what happens is that someone is picking Shreyas and someone who is picking Preyas. What is Shreyas and Preyas? Shreyas is doing the right thing. Is Shreyas doing what is easy or doing what is comfortable for me so that it can benefit me. That is Preyas. So when the option of performing a Shreyas or Preyas based action, what is happening is that there are two categories of people. He says in second mantra, Dhiraha, Mandaha. Dhira people, Dhira means one who has proper Dhi. Dhi means Buddhi. Buddhi means intellect. One who has proper intellect and not only they have proper intellect, but they are abiding in their intellect. Okay? So, what they are choosing at every moment is these dhiras are choosing Shreyas, meaning choosing what is the right thing to do and they are following it through. But the Manda means here, Manda means slow. Slow means dull, dull-witted. Dull-witted people means whose buddhi is dull, meaning whose buddhi is dull means what? They may be smart people. Okay? They may be smart people, but still their intellect is under the sway of mind and senses. So as a result, buddhi doesn't have independence, rather it is controlled by mind and senses instead of the intellect controlling the mind and intellect. Okay. So then what is happening? Those people are called Manda and they are choosing prayers. Why are they choosing prayers? For two reasons, yoga and kshema. Yoga means I want to attain something. So by choosing this action, I'll get closer to attaining what I want. Or I want to preserve what I already own, I already have. And if I do the right thing, I may lose what I have. So, in order to protect what is mine, I choose to do the easy or comfortable thing. So in this way, this yoga and kshema, because of that yoga and kshema, they are choosing prayers. Now, what happens is that because these shreyas and prayers, okay, even though they come to us all the time together, choosing one over other, they the paths diverge. Okay? So why? Because choosing prayers can be based on dharma, choosing prayers can be based on adharma, and choosing shreyas can all only be based on dharma. Okay? So what happens is that if I choose prayers, which is based on adharma, what happens? I start performing adharma karya. Adharma karya means which is a prohibited action, and I'm going to face difficulties in this samsara, and I would go into lower yonis. Lower yonis means lower wombs. That means that I'm be born in my next life in lower wombs, maybe in plant life or maybe in animal life. Now, choosing prayers based on dharma, that can be possible. Okay? That way, I will have a life of a mediocrity. However, there is no possibility of moksha. Only when I choose Shreyas, which is a choice of a Dhira Purusha, one Dhira Purusha means again, please do not assume it as a man, yeah? A human being. When this Shreyas is chosen by a Dhira, then they may temporarily lose what they have, or they may not get what they want to, but in the long term, they get the most important thing, that is moksha. So, Sattvam Priyan Priya Rupanscha Kaman. So, Kaman means the desires are, they are of two types. One is Priyan. Priyan means my family, wealth, properties, whatever I like to have is Priyan. And Priya Rupan means sense pleasures. Okay? Atrasrakshi. So completely renounced. Who renounced this? All of this Priyan and Priya Rupan cha is Nachiketa himself. So Naita Sunkam Vittamayi Mavaptaha. Okay? So that means giving up all of this Priyan cha Kaman, Priya Rupans cha Kaman. Nachiketa, what did he do? He dropped the path of wealth. Okay? So, thus, Putra, okay, so this, when you talk about wealth, it is said that there are three types of wealth out there. Putrena ayam lokam jayah, karmaya pitrulokaha, vidyaya devaloka. Okay, so that means through putra means my progeny, I can gain success here. Why? Because, I mean, assuming that I have children who listen to me, whatever I am unable to do, whatever I could not do it, they will do it for me. You see, even in the uh, like a lot of stories, whenever the king or whoever they say something, their children go perform this. As an example, in the Ikshvaku dynasty, Bhagiratha's uh, ancestors, the king wanted to do a yajna, Ashwamedha Yaga. Indra was worried that if he performs Ashwamedha Yaga, if his Ashwamedha Yaga is successful, he may become Indra, this king may become Indra, so he hid the horse. Now, this king had 1,000 sons, and they all went to in search of that horse. So, of course, I mean, they get burnt and without any, they did not have any gatis. So later on, Bhagiratha is born in that dynasty and he brings Mother Ganga to earth. And all of that, see, like the thing is that to make sure that his ancestors have get proper gati. So what happened here with putras, with progeny, you can win over here and karmaya pitrulokaha. That means whatever karmas that you perform, good karmas, etc., you can go to pitrulokas. And then if you study Vidya, Vidya means again here it is not the subject botany, zoology, etc. But Vidya, it is referring to knowledge of the Atma Vidya. Okay? So this Atma Vidya when we get, then with that we will reach Devaloka. Devaloka means a final destination in this particular case. So then Nachketa is walking in this path. Okay. And here Duramete Viparite Vishuchi. So these two Shreyas and prayers, because they're coming to us together all the time, it feels like they both are intertwined. But the thing is that while they're coming, they came together, but while they're going, they contradict each other. The results are different. Okay. Because we also said that Shreyas is called Vidya and Preyas is called Avidya. And Nachiketa has chosen Vidyabhipsitam Nachiketam Samanye. So that means Nachiketa has chosen the path of Vidya. Why? Because he is a Jignasu. Natva Kama Bahavo Loluptaha. So that means that there were so many kamas, so many desires, based temptation that were offered by Yama, both on this loka, in this realm of existence, as well as Swarga loka. But alone Panta, okay, he did not get distracted. Okay, so that is the strength of this Jignasa, or the interest of the student is so strong that he wants to reach his goal fast. Otherwise, the teacher would suffer. So Yama is happy that he found a right student. So this is where like we have covered so far. So today we are going to pick up the mantra number 5 in Adhyaya number 1, Valli number 2. I'm going to chant the, I'm going to break it first and then we'll chant, okay? Avidyayam antare. So that is Avidyayam antare Vartamanaha, single word, Swayam Dhiraha Panditam Manyamanaha. So that is actually 2 words, Panditam and Manyamanaha. 2 words. No. Dhamdramyamanaha is an interesting word. Dhamdramyamanaha, single word. Pariyanti Mudha Andhenaiva. So Andhenaiva is Andhena Eva is Andhenaiva. Niyamanaha Yadhandhaha. So that is yadha andhaha. It's yadhandhaha. This is the breakdown. So one of you unmute yourself and repeat after me. Avidyayam antare
अविद्यायाम् अन्तरे
vartamanaha
वर्तमानाः
swayam dhiraha
स्वयं धीराः
panditam manyamanaha
पण्डितं मन्यमानाः
damdramyamanaha
दम्द्रम्यमाणाः
pariyanti mudha
पर्यन्ति मूढाः
andhenaiva
अन्धेनैव
niyamana
नीयमाना
yadhandhaha.
यथान्धः.
So here, now Yama, in this mantra, he is talking about the nature of this world where we all are ignorant, and yet all of us believe that we know something, we know better, and we are ready to lead other people. Okay? So here, avidyaya, meaning in ignorance, antare, we're looking at word by word meaning first. Okay? Avidyaya, okay, within the ignorance, within this avidya, antare means in the middle of this avidya, vartamanaha. Vartamanaha means they are, someone is existing, living. Okay, swayam. And what happens? Dhiraha. Dhiraha means wise people. Panditam manyamanaha. Panditam means learned people. Manyamaha means they consider themselves as panditas and dhiras, who they themselves will consider. Other people don't need to consider them. Damdramyamanaha. That means that this is a very damdramyamanaha. That means that they are moving aimlessly from one place to another. Okay. And pariyanti, they are going about like that. And who are these people? They are mudha. Mudha, foolish people. Andhena eva. Andhena eva means by a blind person. Niyamanaha, being led by a blind person. Yadha, just like that. Andhaha. So that means, simple thing is, so here, the statement that is being made is that it is as if a blind person is led by another blind person. Some people, they themselves are blind, but they themselves consider themselves as wise people and learned people. Okay? So, what it is that it's in if there's a ancient saying apparently that in a group of people, if one person has answers to everything, all it means is that that person is just, he is as much lost as everybody else, but he's just louder about it. So here, this particular mantra, again, is talking about the spiritual arrogance. Okay, it describes people who are like deeply entangled in, the worldly ignorance, but convinced of their own intellectual superiority, and they refuse to seek true spiritual guidance. Consequently, what happens is that they themselves walk in this damdramyamanaha means it is like in a crooked path. Crooked path means a zigzag path. Okay, crooked path, because here not necessarily a bad person, but it is a zigzag path. So, uh, so here this, in fact, this mantra is so important that not only in this Upanishad it is there, this mantra is there as is with this one word change in another Upanishad, another famous Upanishad called Mundaka Upanishad. Okay. Now, the only difference between that mantra in Mundakopanishad and this one is here, see that dam dramyamanaha, that is replaced with janganyamanaha. Okay. Now, what is the difference? What is the meaning? Dam dramyamanaha here means they're wandering again and again, aimlessly wandering. Okay. Whereas Janganyamanaha means they are being struck or being killed again and again. That means what? They're taking life after life, and they are still stuck in this samsara. So meaning is same. So now from a uh, first let us see the Shankaracharya what he says is that okay. Ye tu samsara bhajo janaha. Okay, so that means for those people who are in this samsara, caught in this samsara, avidyaya mantare madhye ghani bhuta iva tamasi vartamana. So that means they are avidyayam antare madhye. So they are in the middle of this big avidya. Ghani bhuta iva. Okay, it is as if they're surrounded by very thick Ghani bhuta iva tamasi. Okay, that means that is surrounded by thick, solid tamas. That means that is complete dark ignorance they are stuck in. Okay, so now when we are in the path of prayers, what happens? We are in the deeply rooted inside avidya. So when we are in such a deep rooted avidya, okay, so this Ghani bhutaiva tamasi. What is this Ghani bhutaiva tamasi? Yeah, that is like this dark, thick, solidified darkness is something that is holding on, like as a what is it called? As a like we are chained in. Okay, we are chained in, locked in. With what? Not with something else. Okay, not with some iron things or something like that. Okay, it is not like we are locked with our own desires, right? We said, so here we are locked, we are tied up with our own attachments to putra, pashu, kama, shoka, all of these things. That means we are tied up with. Um, so here, actually, there is a anecdote. I remember an anecdote that was told by one Swamiji. I don't recall where I heard which Swamiji said this, but there is this Mahatma who comes to a village and he gives some discourses. So when there was this a grihastha like us, he would come and listen to discourses and say, "Oh, I loved your discourses. And each inspires me to leave my home and come with you and follow this path of spirituality. But what do? I got I just gave birth to my daughter." And the Mahatma said, "Okay, don't worry." Okay. Then again, that Mahatma is keep coming every year or every 2 years. Now this uh, girl has become bigger. So now, I mean, like older, right? So then the girl started going to school and finished education. Now the Mahatma said, reminded this Grihastha, hey, remember your thing that you wanted to take sannyasa or like come walk in the path of spirituality and come with me. Now your daughter has become older. Now let's go. I said, no, Swamiji. The thing is that I need to get her married. Okay, so another couple of years passed and the girl got married. Then again, the Mahatma reminded the Grihastha, come on, let's go now. Ayyo, Swamiji, how can you say that? She just got married. I need to see the baby, my granddaughter. So then, sure enough, 1 year later, the grandchild is born, and then again the uh, Mahatma reminded the uh, Grihastha, let's go now. Hey, Swamiji, she's just born. Don't I need to see her going to school and all of that? So then Swamiji, uh, and then the Swamiji did not respond. Okay. But then the Grihastha was still sitting there. And of course, back in those days, all these discourses were happening in a temple. In temple, there are a lot of pillars. So now it is time to close down, and the Shishyas, etc., they all came and they said, Swamiji, let's go. And these guys are also, the temple people are also, the turning of the lights, etc. And the Swamiji is suddenly started held on to the pillar like this. And he was saying, no, I can't go. This pillar is holding me. This pillar is holding me. I cannot go. I cannot go. And they're all like, this Grihastha, etc. They all said, what do you mean, Swami? This pillar is holding you. Nothing is holding you. You are holding the pillar. And then the Swamiji said, that's exactly, how is it different from what you're doing? Okay. Are your responsibilities holding you, or are you are trying to hold on to them? Okay. So in this way, when we are in this avidyayam antare vartamanaha, avidyayam antare madhye ghanibhutaiva tamasya vartamanaha, what we are saying is, what is it is that this tamasic darkness that is there is our own desires and attachments, nothing other than that. Okay? Vaishyamanaha putra pashwadi trushna pasha shataihi. Okay, so how these we are Vaishyamanaha means we are enwrapped with how many shataihi? Shataihi means hundreds of what? Pasha. We are bound by wrapped by hundreds of uh, uh, these ropes. What are those? Putra, Pashu, Adi, Trushna. Trushna means desires. What? Putra and Pashu, Adi. That means desires about our children, desires about Pashu. Pashu means it's representing wealth. So various types of desires are there, and we are stuck in those desires, and those desires are holding us back. But there are two possibilities. When something is bound, we want to get out of that binding. Okay. But in this particular case, we are so foolish that Swayam Dhiraha Prajnavantah Panditaha Shastra Kusha Cheti Manyamanaha. So now they are not feeling anything bad about it. Okay. They are saying that they consider themselves as dhiras. Prajnavantaha means intelligence. Okay. Panditaha. Okay. We understand Shastra completely. Okay. That's how they feel. Like, I should not be saying that's how they feel. I should say that's how we all feel. Why? See, what happens? You go to a party. Okay. And you look at. Someone said, someone doesn't look well. And then someone asks, hey, you don't look well. What happened? And that person says, oh, what to say? For last 3 days, I have cough and cold, something like that. Now, none of the people in that group are doctors or medical professionals, but everybody is ready to give their opinion about how to cure that. Whether it is common cold or cancer, it doesn't matter. Okay? All of us have got an opinion on how to get it fixed. Very simple, very easy. It can be easily fixed. Okay? Whether it is the illness, whether it is whatever social problem, right? The country is going to, like the country at the moment, we are having a lot of inflation, etc. The economists who are at the central level, they are all trying how to fix the situation, and they are unable to fix the situation. But you go to a party, everyone has a solution on how to fix country's economic problems. Everyone has a solution on how to end the Iran war, how to end any war, anything. Like we all are experts. Okay. So if someone says that, okay, so I lost some money in stock, they have an idea. Okay, I follow this particular one and it is going to help you. Come, let me help you. So what are they trying to do here? Okay, I have the expertise in this. Let me lead you, let me guide you. Okay? This is a something that we all are there. Okay. Te dantram yumanaha atyartham kutilam aneka rupam gatim gachantaha. Okay. So here, what happened is that we ourselves don't know where we are going. Kutilam aneka rupam. Kutilam means, again here, Kutilam means not cricket, yes, but we're talking about the path. Aneka rupam gati, meaning like, but I don't know for sure which way to go. Maybe sometime, for some duration I go on the left, then maybe I go on the right. Which way I go, I don't know. Okay. So, and this is how I am. So, pariyanti moodhaha. Pariyanti means you are circling. Because what is circling means what? Now imagine someone is walking. Now if you're walking straight, you walked an hour and then you walked for 3 miles and you walked ahead, you made some progress to your destination. Maybe your destination is 10 miles. So that means that you covered 30%. Maybe like if you do it 3 more times, or if you put that similar effort multiple times, you will reach to your destination. Now, imagine if you're not walking in a straight path, but you're walking a little bit 1 mile left. Okay, so you go 1 mile straight, then turn left and walk 1 more mile, and then turn left again and walk 1 more mile, and turn left and walk 1 more mile. So you walk 4 miles. But where did you end up? Straight 1 mile, left 1 mile, another left 1 mile, another left 1 mile. You come to the same point that where you started. So our life is like that. Why? Because we are walking this way for a while and walking other way in for another time. So then what is happening? We are surrounded by, so remember like this, instead of Dandramyamanaha, in Mundakopanishad, the word was Janghanyamanaha. So in Janghanyamana, what happened? We are not getting any lessons from our walk, like our progress. And then we, in and as we are walking this path, whatever path, right? I mean, like as we are aimlessly going in this life, in this samsara, what do we encounter? We encounter jara, that is old age, marana, marana means death, okay? dukkha, samsara, roga. These are the only things that we encounter. So, that's why it says, Jara Marana Rogati Dukkaihi Pariyanti Parigachanti. So, while walking in this way, we experience Jara, Marana. Jara is old age, Marana is death. Roga, Adi means etc. Roga means disease. Dukkaihi, all the dukkha, all the sorrows will come. Mudhaha, Avivekinaha. Okay. Andhenaiva, Drushti Vikalenaiva Niyamanaha. So now these people, they are like these fools. They are avivekis, means they don't have any discrimination. Okay, they don't have discrimination means what? They don't know what is right and what is wrong, and they are like blind people. Blind people means what? They don't have spiritual vision. Okay? Drishti vikalenaiva. Okay? Niyamanaha, but they are ready to lead. Who Vishame Pati Yatha Bahava Andaha Mahantam Anardham Richanti Tatvat. So, what happens is that, unfortunately, other blind people are there and they follow this blind person. And because they are walking in this uneven path, they meet Mahanta Anartham. Okay? Anartham means a calamity. So they will face a great calamity. What is the great calamity that they're going to face? The calamity that we're talking about is that you are going to be stuck in samsara and you are never going to come back. Okay? So this is this is what Shankaracharya ji says about this mantra. Okay? So now, but here, now this mantra seems, oh, okay, what is this mantra trying to tell me? Yeah. Did you guys you did, but did you guys see this movie called Madagascar? It's a movie about animals in a zoo. Okay. So if you haven't, then probably that example is not really. Okay, so let me give you an example. Now, in a zoo, what happens in a zoo is that animals are locked up. Now, when animals are locked up, and of course, both male and female animals are there, so they give birth to baby animals and they grow. Now, after 2 or 3 generations of like that, now these animals that are born, I mean, like these animals that are in the zoo, they all are born in zoo, bred, okay, and raised in zoo. They don't know what the real jungle is like. And these animals, remember, they belong to jungle, not to in the zoo. They're happy. That is their natural environment. That is their natural habitat. They don't have any power or any sense about hunting anymore. Okay, because what happens? The zookeeper comes, opens the door, and leaves some food and goes back. They ate this, and that's it. Okay, so they think that is the life. Now, one day, a lion, let's say a lion, or as an example, a lion, a huge big lion that is caught in a forest and brought in and put it in the zoo. Now, lion is not used to living in zoo. When lion is not used to living in zoo, what does it do? It tries to break and go. But this wire mesh that is there is too strong for it. It is unable to break through. Now, what does it do? Is it happy like other zoo animals that are born and raised within the zoo? No. It is constantly sitting close to the wire mesh and looking out to break through that barriers. Now, what is if there is a thought, I mean, like if the other zoo animals can actually think, what will they think about this particular lion? What's wrong with this lion? Why is it looking outside? We're all happy here. Why is it not happy? Okay. Now, this lion may say, out there is a jungle. That is where the whole life is, the real life is. This is all fake life. And what will they say? Stupid lion, you know nothing. This is all it is. This is where we are born. This is where we are going to die. This is all this whole world is. There's nothing beyond this. That's what those zoo-born animals would say. So, in this example, a Mahatma who has experienced, who has a vision of what that freedom is like that lion. And that intense desire for liberation is there, that is called mumukshutva. But with that mumukshutva, he wants to break the barriers of this samsara and attain moksha. Whereas these animals that are born and raised in zoo, they have no spiritual vision. They have no knowledge of what this Mahatma is talking about, or Jnani is talking about. They are happy to be there in the way that they are. Okay, that is how all of us Ajnanis are today. Okay, so and within this way, I mean, like we are enjoying we think that we are enjoying our life. So this is a challenge. So now Yama is saying that if I belong to that category, what is going to happen to me? Okay, for anyone who is in that category, what is going to happen is discussed in the next mantra. So this is the sixth mantra. Na, okay, I'll do the breakdown first. Okay. Na Samparayaha, I mean, they're all pretty much in simple words. Na Samparayaha Pratibhati Balam Pramadyantam Vitta Mohena Mudham Ayam Loko, that is actually Lokaha, but Loko Nasti, that is actually Na Asti. Paraha iti Mani Punaha Punarvasham Mapadyate. That is again Punaha Vasham Apadyate me. This is the breakdown of the words. So now, one of you unmute yourself and repeat after me. Na
न
samparayah
साम्परायः
pratibhati
प्रतिभाति
balam
बालं
pramadyantam
प्रमाद्यन्तं
vittamohena
वित्तमोहेन
मूढम्
मूढम्
अयम्
अयं
लोको
लोको
नास्ति
नास्ति
पर
पर
इति
इति
मानी
माने
पुनः
पुनः
पुनर्वशमापद्यते
पुनर्वश्यमापद्यते ते
मे
मे
okay.
ते मे
So now here this is what it says na, that is na means not, okay. Samparaya. So Samparaya is an interesting word. It is basically Samparaya means it is a path to a higher realm. Okay, that means higher world. Pratibhati. Pratibhati means revelation. Okay, so that means that appearing. Okay, that balam. That is balam means balas means children. To children. Children means here, we'll come to that in the what children means in a second. Pramadyantam. So pramadyantam means for someone who doesn't care. Okay, so who is rough, who doesn't have any vision for such people. Okay? Vitta mohena. Vitta means money, okay, wealth. Vitta mohena means one who is in the delusion of this wealth. Moodham. Okay. So moodham means again delusion. Okay. So that is someone who is deluded because of the delusion with money. That's what it is. I am means in this loko, within this loka, na asti. Okay. There's nothing. Paraha. Okay. There's nothing. What is nasti? Paraha, meaning other. Other means other world. That means what? And iti mani, thinking this way, punaha punaha, again and again, vasham. Vasham means fall under the control, fall under the sway of who apadyate, falls, okay, where may means of me, okay, mine, okay, that. So this is the individual word meaning. So basically the overall meaning is that this balam here refers to the, see, Nachiketa is also a balaka, okay, is a 8-year-old or 9-year-old child. So, but he is the smart child, he is the wise child. So here balam doesn't mean to the physical age, but it is talking about the mental maturity. Okay, so that means when the mental maturity is not there, okay, the path leading to higher spirituality is not going to reveal. Okay, and then what happens because of that? The people think that this is all this world is. Whatever I see is that's all the world is. There's no life beyond this world. And that's how the person would think. Why? Because of that lack of discrimination, lack of understanding, right? Because of lack of mental maturity. And then what happens? Such a person is going to fall in my control again and again. That means what? Who is saying this? Yama is saying that means that they'll die again and again. And so many times. And like We don't have to say like, oh, that means that guy is going to die again and again, or this guy is going to die again and again. We all are that. Because if we look at us, each of us, we're all jivas born in one form or another since the beginningless time. And the fact that we are remaining here as jivas means what? We have died so many times. Okay, innumerable number of times in the past. And we are still ajnanis. So we are likely to get under the sway of Yama again. So what we need to do, that we are going to see in our next session. So we'll pause here to see if you have any questions. If there are no questions, we'll conclude then. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ